Well, it's certainly been a while since I last saw you guys here. I think maybe 9 months ago was the last time I posted the last time I uploaded a video to this channel. But before I tell you what I'm going to be talking about today, I just want to thank you guys for still subscribing to my channel. So I recently hit 3,000 subscribers, and it's taken me 4 years to hit that mark. So I'm pretty damn happy to have finally hit that milestone for me. So hopefully I can continue growing this channel, and maybe it'll be as big as maybe Rambo's someday. But anyways, back on topic. What I want to talk to you guys today about is obviously the events that happened today. But before I do that, let me just catch everybody up to speed on what I've been doing throughout Black Ops 2. So off the beginning of the game for the first tournament, the Machinima Frag Cup, I was on Team Icons, which was myself, Embos, Ego, and Lynx. Now, that tournament went pretty bad for us. I don't even recall my placing. I don't even think I want to remember what we placed, but it was pretty poor overall. So from there, we were looking to stick with the same roster. Obviously, we felt that we got kind of unlucky in the tournament, but we would do much better on land. So from there, we were like, you know what, UMG, it's right around the road. Let's go to it. However, for me, that tournament would be tough to go to since it's pretty much during Christmas time, and I felt that my time was better spent with my family as opposed to going to the event. And then, of course, that eventually led to the downfall of my career right there, not going to UMG. But from there, the next tournament was MLG Dallas, and I was trying to find a team. I was playing 8s every day, just trying to get back into the groove of things. But, it's just really tough to find a team because if you recall, it was pretty much 3 tournaments back to back to back with little to no time in between. So teams didn't really make a lot of roster changes. And, it's just tough to make a team or join a team when that's going on. So that's what led me into commentating. Puckett asked me to come down and cast a few games. Then eventually he said, hey, if you want to cast the Dallas event, it's yours. So I was like, you know what? I'm not sure if I want to do this. Give me a week to see if I could find a team. And within 3 days, I actually accepted the job. And you guys saw me commentate Dallas. I think I did an okay job. I definitely could have done much better. But, regardless, back to the topic at hand. I think commentating that event might have hurt my reputation as a player. So I decided to step back from commentating when I got an offer to join up with my current team, Prime. It was Neslo and Cosmo, and then we wound up picking up Davis. And, we won the Online Qualified 4, as some of you may know, which got us a championship bracket seed at the most recent event, Anaheim. And then we also, before that, we won like a Payback Gamers tournament, which, allowed us to get to Anaheim since we didn't have any funding from any organizations or sponsors. So at Anaheim, we played the first match of the tournament on main stage against Unite. And it was actually a really close match. I mean, we were feeling very confident in our search and destroy. Our hardpoint was kind of iffy, and I thought CTF we were really solid at that game type as well, because I'm just confident in general in capture flag since that's my favorite game type. But anyways, we wound up losing 2 hardpoints. We won the first search in the CTF, and then the last search and destroy went to round 11, where we just made a bad rotation and they capitalized on it. So they took that first match, but we did put up a good match. We showed some good games, which I guess that's all that matters in the end. But then after that, we took out Ignite 3-0, we took out Quantic 3-1, and then we lost the VVV 3-1. And that VVV game was crazy, especially the capture flag on standoff. That's probably one of the... We had some like crazy back and forth trying to get a return off a flag, score streaks here and there. But anyways, we wound up placing 9th through 12th at Anaheim, which was the same as Envious, same as TVA, and Evil, who's no longer a team. Well, I guess they went and joined FaZe. But we were all kind of disappointed with that placing. Obviously, it's the best placing they have had, but we had our eyes set on at least the top 8. They really wanted to try to get that quote-unquote MLG Pro status or whatever you want to call it. But they just wanted to place in the money. And, we were 1 match away and we just couldn't close it out. But Unite, the team that beat us on the first day, they went on to place, I believe it was 5th and 6th they placed. But either way, they did really well. And I think they exceeded, some of their own expectations. While we were scrimming Unite, at least online, we were playing pretty well against them, but, you got to take into account it is online, pretty inconsistent. Of course, Fizzerp was playing on a pretty poor connection for a couple of days leading up to the event. But anyways, that team is no longer together. They got rid of Fizzerp, and I believe Unite is now looking for one since they recently got rid of Realize. But anyways, back on track. So earlier today, and today is the 15th. Hopefully I should be able to get this uploaded today. But anyways, I woke up, I went to class, and while I was waking up, first thing I do is check Twitter. Of course, who doesn't? So I wake up, check Twitter, and I see that apparently we've dropped Nezlo from the team. So this came as a surprise. Last night I was talking with the guys, and we're just like, hey, we're just gonna have a team meeting, go over our current plan before we start playing again. And today we're supposed to be our first day back from scrimming since Gfinity has ended. But I didn't think anything was wrong. We were all on the same page for the most part. And then I wake up, found out that I guess they've decided to drop Nezlo. And I don't really know how to feel at this point since they didn't really consult with me, but they felt it was the better move for the team, so I have to respect their decision. However, it just would have been nice to have been filled in. If you recall, while I was on SOAR for a couple of days, they decided to drop me through Twitter without even asking first. I went to a LAN event called UGC Niagara, and I got dropped on my day of traveling there. I didn't even know until I got Wi-Fi. But I just feel like that's really never how you want to handle your business. Everyone should know beforehand before anything is posted officially on Twitter. Because once it's on Twitter, even if you delete your tweet, I'm sure there's still ways. Someone might screenshot it. But anyways, they decided to get rid of Nezlo, which, I mean, obviously some stuff went on behind the scenes that I'm not going to talk about. But I felt that even if there were issues between the team, there weren't any issues that couldn't be fixed. If there were some minor attitude adjustments we all had to make, then I was willing to work at that and work with them on having a better outlook towards the team, towards the game. We're trying to just kind of rectify any problems that we had individually between ourselves. Well, apparently they thought otherwise, and now Nezlo is off the team. I have yet to talk to Davis or Cosmo, which I think are my current teammates right now. Well, I've yet to talk to them about the current situation and see what their plans are, because personally, I have no idea what I want to do. I mean, I'm never really a big fan of roster changes unless it absolutely has to happen. But this was a roster change where, as I said before, I felt that, we could work things out, so to say. But I'm going to talk to them first, and then, I'll decide what move I'm going to make for them. I could tell you guys one thing now. I'm not going to go back to commentating. I'll still commentate some games here and there, and of course when I'm eliminated from a tournament, if they want me on to cast a few games, I certainly will. But commentating is definitely not going to be my main focus. And the reason for that being is I just have a lot more fun playing as opposed to casting, and obviously the end goal for me is to try my best to make this a career. As crazy as it may sound to some of you, I mean, you see guys like Nadeshot and the Optic guys, some of the Envy guys that are making careers out of this. And, I want to kind of follow in their footsteps and do the same things they are. But anyways, commentating as opposed to playing, I feel like playing opens up more opportunities for me to kind of work with different companies, different sponsors, as opposed to commentating. I mean, normally you don't see commentators get picked up by any big organizations or any big sponsors because it's the leagues that pay them and pay for their travel. And even though you could, as a company, you could get a lot of exposure through a commentator, they just normally go after players. So I'm going to talk to the team, Davis and Cosmo, and I've already spoken with Nezlo a bit, and I'm going to figure out what decision's best for me. Now, UMG is right around the corner, and it was very recently announced that that's going to be an American qualifier for ESWC, which is the Esports World Cup. It's a really, really big esports event, and it's located in Paris that I would love to go to. So I would like to play at UMG, but I'm not so sure yet. Anyways, that's going to wrap up the video for today. I'll definitely post another one sometime soon, so make sure you stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in.